Here at Chester with Hereford manager Paul Caddis, you must be absolutely delighted with the 3 points.
Yeah, listen, I won't lie, the last week's been really tough for me. The last 10 days I'm a new manager, I've lost 4 games in a row, and you start trying to do as much as I possibly can. Like I've done it in every game. We changed the shape a bit, we've tried 2 up front, we've tried 1 up front, we've tried 1 up front with 2 wide players, and we're just trying everything to get the points. But listen, the credit's it's very much not on me, it's well on the players. I thought the first half we were quite comfortable, to be honest. It was a perfect away performance, albeit we obviously conceded a penalty which we're led to believe is outside the box. But listen, that's when the chips are down, that's what happens. But the character was unbelievable. I'm absolutely delighted, but at the same time I've got a calmness there as well.
Talking about the penalty, it seems to be maybe the first touch was outside the box but the player fell in.
Yeah, I spoke to the ref at half time, and the referee, I had asked if he was that certain why did he go and speak to the linesman, and he said that he thought initially it was inside, but then he wanted to confirm it with the linesman, and the linesman said he couldn't confirm it, so the ref had to stick with his decision. And listen, that's just what happens when the chips are down at times, and times are tough, and it would have been easy for the players to feel sorry for themselves. But the message at half time for myself was just have belief. Like, we got in some decent areas, but just have belief in yourselves, have belief in your teammates, and the character again. I touched it was probably one of the first words I said when I first spoke to you guys at the very start of the season, is the team won't lack character, albeit, listen, we've had a few defeats. We've lost one heavily to Tamworth, but the other ones were 2-1 and 1-0, and we're still in games. So the character today to come to a place like here and go a goal down to win 2 wins, I'm so proud of them.
The whole of the back line I thought did very well, but I have to isolate Paul Downing. He's such a calm influence.
Listen, Paul Downing, how do I describe him? The best way of describing him is that we go 1-0 down, we get a bit nervous straight from kick-off, we roll one back to Nath roll one back to Pondy kind of half miss kicks, it comes to Paul Downing and he just pops it off to the side and just gives it the calmness. He is, I don't want to speak too highly of him because I don't want people to be watching this. He's I said on Saturday, he's a Rolls Royce. He is literally a Rolls Royce. He's a brilliant professional, he's a brilliant character, he's someone I know personally, I've played with him, I know what he's like in the dressing room, and his messages at half time as well, when his voices and stuff like that, just have a bit of calmness. It will come for us, and I'm delighted to get him into the club.
And I have to say, watching your teams even through pre-season, when they're on the front foot, you always seem to be very expressive, and you're more likely to score when you're bombing forward in the final third.
Yeah, and listen, we started with a shape where we know that Chester play a lot of people through the middle of the pitch, so we almost played like a box in the middle of the pitch to try and nullify that. Again, I thought we were quite fairly comfortable in the first half. I thought the plan was working. Then obviously later on in the game it was always my plan to stay in the game for as long as we could, frustrate the supporters, frustrate the Chester players, and change it. And listen, sometimes you'll get it right, sometimes you won't, and fortunately Lass has come on and scored. We went to a 4-4-2 and we went on and won the game.
How pleased are you with Oreo Teixeira, not just the goal but his industry in centre field?
I think, if I'm right, I think Bisk is Oreo's the only one that's played every minute of every game, I think, so far, so that speaks volumes. Always, he's a small guy in stature, but he's got a massive heart. He's not quiet, put it that way. He gets after people that are twice the size of him. He's tenacious, he's calm in possession, but he's a brilliant player to have, and I'm delighted that we've obviously got him on a 2-year deal as well.
Spennymoor at the weekend, another long road trip, but this will give you squad confidence.
It's got to, yeah, absolutely. Another tough one. I've told the players there, listen, enjoy it, because the best feeling in the world's winning. Well, the best feeling in football's winning, but there's a calmness there as well. Let's not get overexcited. Let's go up to Spennymoor and again be tough to beat and go and try and win the game.
Well done.
Thank you.
Have you seen Oreo hit one as sweetly as he did with that winner?
No, I've not. Even in training, to be honest, it was in my head. I was wanting to pass it wide because I think it was about 25 yards out, but it just goes in the back of the net, and it's a relief more than anything. Personally, like, I'm quite an emotional character. I get really excited, I get really upset, and that's just me. That's how I'll be. And people have probably seen me on the side. I'm up and down and a jack in the box. But when that goes in, I'm absolutely delighted.
Obviously, with all the trouble you've had and things going against you with the penalty, 2 players that strike that injured, to get that to the 3 points tonight, it must be.
Yeah, it's a big boost for the players. It's a big boost in that dressing room. We've got us. It's been well documented with the 2 players we've got missing, and that is what it is. We've just got to keep trying getting on with it and keep trying to win games of football. And I thought everyone played their part. The boys that came on was a massive impact. The boys that started the game was an impact. Sonny started today. He's been very patient. I thought he'd done well. And listen, everybody played their part.
And because quite a few of them, like Ollie Southern and Sonny, have waited a while for their
They
time.
have, yeah. Sorry, actually, yes. Ollie as well. Ollie's came in and done really well. He's had to be really patient with, obviously played the first game of the season, and then we put Skins back in. But I thought he was excellent tonight. I thought he was quite calm in possession. He quite controlling, and he's got a lovely technique. Ollie's got brilliant pictures. He's got an idea of how to play football.
Okay. Thank you.
Cheers.